Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make some creamy garlic white wine chicken breasts. It's actually quite a simple recipe and it doesn't take very long because you simply need to cook the breasts, make the sauce, and that's it basically. So I'll go straight on to the ingredients. And I'm going to do 6 chicken breasts. You can do 2, 4, 6, you can do however many you want. But if you want to do 6, this amount of ingredients will do that. But you can divide it by 3 and do 2 breasts, or by 2/3 and do 4 breasts. So I have in this bowl here 300 grams or 10.5 ounces of diced or finely chopped shallots, and I'm actually using a combination of freshly chopped shallots and some frozen ones that I had that needed to be used up. I have 4 cloves of garlic which I have just crushed, and then I have another 7 cloves of garlic which I have minced very finely, but you can chop it finely, but I've minced mine into a puree. I have 6 chicken breasts. I have 2 grams, which is 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, and 1 gram, 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. I have 180 millilitres, which is 3/4 of a cup of white wine, 180 millilitres, 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock, and I'm going to use 360 millilitres, 1.5 cups of double cream. I also have about 2 tablespoons, 30 millilitres of olive oil, and 2 tablespoons, 28 grams of unsalted butter. And then I have some salt and pepper, and that's for seasoning basically. And the first thing I'm going to do is to season the chicken breasts, and I'll talk about the chicken breasts as I season them. And my chicken breasts were quite fat in some places, so I took each breast and I flattened it using my meat pounder basically. I just hit it until it's a bit flatter so that it's fairly evenly thick all the way across. That makes it easier for cooking basically. And I'm going to take each breast and I'm going to season them on both sides with some salt and pepper. And with the chicken breasts seasoned, I'm going to cook those. So I'm going to use about a tablespoon of my oil to start with, and a tablespoon of the butter in a hot pan. So I'm going to heat my pan to start with. And as the pan heats up, I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of my oil and the same of my butter, and I'm going to let those melt. And then I'm going to cook my breasts, and I'm going to do 3 at a time. and I'm going to cook them on each side for 3 or 4 minutes until they're cooked all the way through, basically. And I should say that I've added my 4 cloves of crushed garlic into the butter and the oil, just to give it some flavour as I cook these breasts. And so my chicken breasts are now cooked, so I'm going to take those off the heat and remove the garlic, and then we're going to go on to cook the shallots and make our sauce. So I'm going to put a little bit more oil in and the remainder of my butter, and then I'm going to add in my shallots. And I'm going to cook those until they've softened. And then I'm going to add in, once they've softened, my garlic, and I'm going to cook that for about a minute. And with the garlic cooked for a minute, I'm going to pour in my chicken stock and my white wine, and stir that through. And then I'm going to add in my 360 millilitres of double cream. And I'll stir that through as well. And I will test this for seasoning, but I'll get that cooked through, and I want that to start to reduce into the consistency that I want it. So I'll just cook that down, and then I will add my chicken in for the last couple of minutes, and that will be ready to serve. And I will taste the sauce for seasoning. So I've put my chicken back in now because my sauce has thickened, and I've stirred in my parsley and oregano, and I'm going to cook that for a couple of minutes. And then it will be ready to serve. So I've put one of the chicken breasts onto a plate with some of the sauce, and I've just cut it, so I'll have a taste of it. It's nice and creamy, and I get the hit of the white wine and lots of the garlic as well. So this is a very easy recipe, and it's very, very tasty indeed. I will serve mine with some fresh garden vegetables and just have that as my dinner. So that's going to be it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there'll be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well. And I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.